Hello everybody, welcome to EduTap. So yesterday night, SIDBI, that is your Small Industries Development Bank of India, has released a notification related to the Grade A and Grade B post. So if you see, the notification season has started because first of all PFRD and Grade A notification was out, and then SIDBI is out, and then you can see IFSC or NABARD or RBI will also be recruiting. So the notification season has officially started. Moreover, my friends, this video is for all those students who are looking for multiple exams which they have to target. So in this particular video, I will let you know that what are the important dates, what is the pattern of the exam, what is the eligibility. So please watch this particular video till the end. It will benefit you only so that you can understand that whether you have to give this particular exam or whether you have to skip it. Now first let's start with the detailed notification. The name of the organization, as we all know, is SIDBI, but the full form is Small Industries Development Bank of India, and they are recruiting for Grade A and Grade B post. Okay, now let's see the important dates for which SIDBI will be recruiting. First of all, your application window will start from today itself, which is 14th of July, and your closing of application window will take place on 11th of August. Clear dates. Okay. Moreover, when it comes to the cutoff date for determination of your age, it is 14th of July, again today. And when it comes to cutoff date for calculating your education qualification, it's 11th of August. So please notice, please focus on these two cutoff dates. And yes, I will have a great discussion related to eligibility and the pattern and the overall component of this particular exam a bit later. But right now, I'm just focusing on the important dates or the timeline. Then when it comes to the tentative dates for phase 1 and phase 2, for phase 1 it's 6th of September 2025, for phase 2 it's 4th October 2025. Now if you notice, SIDBI Grade A and your PFRD Grade A, SIDBI Grade A slash B also, because there are two posts in SIDBI Grade A and Grade B, right? So SIDBI Grade A and slash Grade B and PFRD Grade A will be clashing because both the exams are happening on the same day. Moreover, if you see, PFRD Grade A is about to happen on 6th, PFRD Grade A Phase 2. PFRD Grade A Phase 2 will happen on 6th of October, and SIDBI Grade A Phase 2 is planned on 4th October. So again, there is a minor clash when it comes to the SIDBI and PFRDA. So you will have to choose any one out of it, that whether you are going for SIDBI or whether you are going for PFRDA. Okay, so choose and take a better decision. This is why we are making a separate video for SIDBI Grade A and Grade B. Now this is the mission and vision of SIDBI. Now please do read it, because once you read the mission and vision, you will be able to connect to the SIDBI's mission and vision. Now if you are attracted towards SMEs, which is a small, medium and business enterprises, or micro, small and medium enterprises, if you are looking for their growth, then definitely SIDBI should be your call, because if you join SIDBI major work is related to MSMEs only by promoting them, and MSMEs are the backbone of the Indian economy. Okay, they are working on the ground level to promote the healthy growth of Indian economy. So if you want to look after the MSME structure of India, then definitely you should go for SIDBI, and SIDBI is again a very big institution, we all know that. Moving forward to the next point, which is the most important, that is detailed number of vacancies. Now first I'm talking about Grade A post. In Grade A there is only one stream, which is journal. But when it comes to Grade B, which is the second post, in the Grade B you have three streams: journal, legal and IT. First let's decode the Grade A, which is journal stream. Now there are total of 50 vacancies, which is healthy number if I compare it to the IFSC or PFRDA or even to RBI. This 50 is considered as healthy when it comes to the regulatory bodies domain. And the reserve category, you can see over here, your 7 seats are in SC, 3 in ST, OBC 15, EWS 5, and for open category it is 20, and then there is a breakup for the PWD students. Now in the first row itself, SIDBI has also given a basic salary structure. Your basic pay will start from 44,500, but SIDBI has specifically mentioned that this is about to be revised. Okay, so don't worry if this number seems low to you. Okay, but this is your basic pay, not your actual in hand or not your CTC. CTC I will discuss a bit later. Now when it comes to your Grade B mein there are three streams: journal, legal and IT. Okay, and the total number of vacancies in Grade B is 26. So if you combine the vacancies of Grade A and Grade B, there are 50 plus 26, 76 vacancies. Okay, so Grade A is 50, Grade B is 26, and in 26, that is your Grade B, there are three streams. Now for journal there are 11, for legal there are 8 seats, and for IT there are 7 seats. And you can see the breakup for the reserve categories also. Now, moving forward, once we have the clarity on the number of seats, you also need to focus on this particular point. Presently, the above mentioned pay scale is due for revision. So definitely your basic pay will increase, which will increase your CTC also. And if you just come down, like this is all about PWD students and OBC students, please read the details, then only you have to fill the form. Now, if you come over here, they have clearly mentioned about service condition and careers prospects. This is, I think, the most attractive point of SIDBI's notification. Now, read this particular point too with me. Amount may vary depending upon the place of posting, but when it comes to the CTC of officers in grade A, it is somewhere around 19 lakh to 21 lakh. They have clearly mentioned that for grade A, the total CTC is what cost to the company. It is around 19 lakhs to 21 lakhs, which is again very, very handsome salary if you are looking in India. Moreover, for officers in grade B, it is 23.5 lakhs to 26 lakhs. Okay, so again, a very big post salary wise, and they have clearly mentioned that the above pay scale is due for revision. So once your basic pay will be revised, then definitely your CTC will also increase. But if you see, without revision also, they are giving you a very, very good salary, which will definitely motivate you. Now, moving forward, SIDBI has also said that for JAB and CAP cleared student, you will definitely get some increments also. And if you see over here that SIDBI is also looking for career skill upgradation, not career upgradation, you have to make sure that if you are recruited in SIDBI, then you upgrade your skills year on year. And yes, you can look for promotions also up to grade D. But currently they are recruiting for grade B and for grade A. Now let's move forward. Then there are certain things related to reservation and relaxations which you can read from the notification which is available on our Telegram channel also. Now this is all the different things which I mentioned related to the PWD students. So you can read about it if you fall in this particular category. Now the most important thing which we have to talk about is the eligibility criteria. The first point is nationality. So if you are a national of Indian citizen, or if you are a citizen of India, or if you are a subject of if you are a citizen of Nepal or Bhutan or a Tibetan refugee, or if you are coming from all these countries, then definitely you can fill this particular exam. But I think maximum of us are proud Indians, so you can fill this particular exam as well. Now let's come to the second most important point in eligibility. So eligibility in SIDBI is categorized on three parameters. Eligibility in SIDBI is categorized on three parameters. The first one is your nationality, which I think is the most sorted after. Second is the age. Now for grade A, they have clearly mentioned for grade A, it is 21 minimum to maximum 30 years for UR category, which is your open category. But certain age relaxations are provided to the reserve category students. So if you are coming from ST, SC, then for you the age relaxation of 5 years is provided in the maximum age criteria, and for OBC students is 21 to 33 years, right? So this is what the age for grade A level has been decided. But for grade B, the minimum age is required over here is 25 years and the maximum is 33 years. And you can again add the age relaxations. Okay, so for ST and SC students, you can just add 5 over here. So for you, if you see in grade B, the minimum age has to be 25, maximum can be 38. And for OBC, you just have to add 3 over here. So for OBC students, the age bracket for grade B post will be 25 to 30, I would say what, to 36 years. Okay, but for open category, it's 25 to 33 years, and they have clearly mentioned the cutoff dates for the age calculation as well. So this is the second parameter when it comes to the, I would say what, when it comes to your the eligibility of the exam. Then there are certain relaxations which I have discussed with you, and then there are certain relaxation for PWD and for those students who have been affected by the 1894 riots, and you also have certain relaxation for ex-servicemen category. So you can read about it, but I am giving you the basic details of all the majority of the section. Now I'm coming to the most important point, which is your education qualification. So first you see, my friends, what, that there are three parameters, right, for eligibility: the nationality, the age, and the third one is your education qualification. Now let me first let you know that this is quite complex, so listen to me very carefully. If you are applying for assistant manager in grade A, wherein total number of seats are 50, now over here there is only one stream, right? And if you see in grade A, the maximum age for your category is 30. Now, for education qualification, they have mentioned or they have classified this particular heading in 4 points. First is graduation in commerce and accounts, commerce, not accounts rather, graduation in commerce, economics, mathematics, statistics, business administration, engineering with minimum 60% marks and 50% for ST, ST and PWD applicants. So if you read this particular point, then definitely graduation, if you have done just basic graduation of 3 years from commerce, economics, mathematics, statistics, business administration, engineering background, then you can fill this particular exam, provided that you also fulfill the the work experience criteria, which I will let you know. Second point related to education qualification is for those students who are doing company secretary or CS, and if you have done CMA, ICWA, or you have CFA certificates, then definitely you all will fall in second category. Category number 3 is for CA students, and category number 4 is for those students who have done certain kind of MBA or PGDM in any discipline, which is your basically your, I would say, the PG degree, the post graduation. I again repeat, education qualification has been categorized in the four categories. Education qualification has been categorized in 4 categories. The first is the graduation done in multiple disciplines, then company secretary or CFAs, then your chartered accountancy and your MBA and PGDM students in any discipline. Now please understand that SIDBI has clearly said that if you are falling in the first 2 category, that is graduation in multiple disciplines, or if you are a company secretary, then you need a work experience in specific credit dispensation of 2 years, that too at an officer level. I will read exact lines, don't worry, but just I'm letting you know the summary. So if you fall in first category or in the second category, then you need a minimum post qualification work experience for 2 years in credit dispensation, that too at an officer level. Okay, and if you are in the category number 3 or 4, if you are a chartered accountant or if you have done MBA or PGDM in any discipline, in that case there is no work experience required. I will tell you how. Now come to column number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to this particular column number 5. Now if you see, for candidates who have education qualification of 1, so this is one which we have already discussed, or if you are a company secretary, then it is essential for you to have a 2-year experience in credit dispensation in the areas of MSME, corporate lending or trading or small commercial loans, and that too which is required at officer level, not at clerk level. Okay, so you need to work at an officer level in which institution? Either in your all India financial institutions, either in your scheduled commercial banks, or either in the NBFC registered with RBI. So if you are working as an officer in any of the NBFC registered with RBI, or if you are working as an officer in scheduled commercial banks, and if you are working as an officer in any of the all India financial institutions, and if you are working in credit dispensation, and then you need to have a 2-year work experience, then only you can apply for this particular exam if your education qualification is 1 and 2. Moreover, this is just the first part of it. Then they have clearly mentioned for those who have combined experience of A, B and C above for 2 years are eligible to apply. Simple. Okay. और basically means what? या तो आपके पास ये हो पूरा का पूरा, अगर ये नहीं है then also you can apply, but you need to have a 2-year work experience at the core functioning of this and or means what? Either you have this or either you have that. For example, if you are working at an officer level dealing with investment banking, merchant banking registered with SEBI, entities dealing with alternative investment funds, asset reconstruction companies, subsidiaries of scheduled commercial banks dealing in MSME segment or project management. So this basically means what? The overall gist is what? कि अगर आप फर्स्ट और सेकंड कैटेगरी में फॉल करते हो तो आपको 2 ईयर का वर्क एक्सपीरियंस तो रिक्वायर्ड है ही है. अगर आपके पास 2 ईयर का वर्क एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है तो यू कैन नॉट फिल दिस पर्टिकुलर एग्जाम. नाउ दैट पर्टिकुलर 2-ईयर वर्क एक्सपीरियंस इज रिक्वायर्ड स्पेसिफिकली इन द MSME domain, and that too you should be working at an officer level. So I think this is a very strict I would say what work X requirement which SIDBI has put. And if you see my friends, for the category number 3 and 4, for chartered accountancy and MBA and PGDM in any discipline, in that case you don't require any post work experience qualification. As simple as that. So this is what the notification tells you about the eligibility and education qualification. Okay, now moving forward for the grade B as well. Now for grade B, we all know for journal stream, we are only talking about journal stream because in grade B you have legal and IT also. Now for journal stream, maximum age is 30 for the open, 33 for the open category. And if you see, graduation in any discipline is allowed, or post graduation in any discipline is allowed. And over here also you need a 5-year work experience, that too at an officer level. So in grade A, they are asking for 2 years for two specific education qualification. But for grade B, they are asking for mandatory 5-year work experience, at that too at an officer level. Now over here also, if you are working in as an officer in RBI or SEBI, if you are working in all India financial institutions, scheduled commercial banks, or any NBFC registered with RBI, in that case you need to have a 5-year work experience. Moreover, they have also mentioned the desirable qualifications which you might have, and rest all this point basically tells you what, that your graduation should be of 3 years and your post graduation should be of 2 years. Simple. That too from a registered University of India. So this is what they have mentioned. Now this is the requirement for legal category in grade B, and these are the requirements for IT categories in your grade B. So you can read the stuff over here, but my major focus is on journal stream only. Now let's move forward to the pattern as well, because pattern is also very important. And yes, they have mentioned about the job profile as well. So if you are working as a grade A in journal stream, then these are the work which you have to do. So please read it, give it a thought. If this attracts you, then only fill the form. Otherwise don't fill the form, because the exam first of all requires a very specific work experience. At the same time, my friends, this particular exam is bit technical. There is no overlapping like for RBI, SIDBI, for RBI and SIDBI, for IDI and SIDBI. Some overlapping is there, but that is a very small percentage, right? So the overall, I would say what, job profile is also given, which is very good, because they have clearly mentioned the duties which you will be doing if you are recruited in SIDBI. Okay, my friends. So please read this particular, I would say, by yourself, because this is very easy to understand, right? Like timely completion of renewal of proposal or accounts. So there is nothing much to explain over here. You can read it and you will come to know the job profile which you are looking for. Now, let's move forward to the selection procedure. So there will be 3 phases: phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Phase 1 will have multiple components. Like if you see, there are total of 7 components, but first four are just qualifying, which includes your English, reasoning, quant, and computer. Rest 3, that is your journal awareness, MSME policies, and regulatory legal framework, along with specific stream test, are merit section. So the same structure happens in NABARD also, that some sections are qualifying, some sections are merit. Now over here, if you see, you will get 30 question for English, 25 for reasoning, 25 for quant, and 20 for computer as well. And when it comes to these merit sections, you will get 20 question for GA, 30 question for MSME policy, regulatory and legal framework, 50 question for specific stream test, wherein the syllabus has been given on the next page. You will have 120 minutes to solve the 200 question. Each question is of 1 mark. Okay, and questions will be bilingual except for the language of English. Now, if you see, my friends, they have given you separate portion for journal specific stream test. So if you see in phase 1 itself, they are asking you some basic topics like quant, reasoning, English, and computer. At the same time, they are asking you some technical topics as well, which are related to MSMEs and specific stream test. Like they are asking you regarding MSME financing, IRAC norms, NBFCs, financing and credit risk assessment, like this. And they have clearly mentioned that syllabus is indicative and not exhaustive. So you need to read about this, but you also have to expand your scopes to certain related topics. For example, if you are reading IRAC norms, this is basically related to your NPAs only, right? So you also have to understand that what are different kinds of NPAs accounts. If an NP account is happening, then what is SMA, which is your special mention account. So this is how you have to increase the scope of your study as well. So therefore, I will say for those students whose main target is RBI, SEBI or IDI or even PFRD or IFSCA, then stay away from this, because this is not mentioned in the syllabus of those exam. But if you have WorkX, and if you have, I would say what, if you have required knowledge of MSME topics, then you can go for it. Now, when it comes to the qualifying section, I have already told you English, reasoning, quant, and computer are qualifying. Then rest over all the sections are merit, and your shortlisted will happen on the phase 2 plus the marks you will score in your interview. Okay, now let's move forward to the phase 2 exam. In phase 2, again, there will be 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Okay, in paper 1, there is English descriptive, which is totally your online test which will happen. Okay, so there is no pen and paper test which happens in UPSC or in IRDAI, But over here you have a you have a descriptive typing test which will happen, and this is related to English language. So you can get a question on essay, précis writing, comprehension, or a letter written to business for office correspondence. Okay, number of questions will be 3, total 75 marks. And if you see, my friends, time allocated over here is 75 minutes only. Okay, moreover, paper 2 I think is the toughest one to crack, because over here you will have two components, objective and descriptive, like we see in RBI and NABARD also. Objective के लिए there will be 50 questions worth of 75 marks, wherein you will get 1 hour. Okay, you will get 60 minutes, which is 1 hour. But for your online descriptive test, which will also happen over here, you will get 75 minutes, 50 marks, and you will get 10 questions, but you only need to attempt 4. So there is a choice which you can exercise over here, right? So you have 2 questions of 15 mark and 2 questions of 10 mark. This is what the paper pattern of RBI is also, right? But over there you only have 6 questions, from which you have to only do 4. But there, over here they have mentioned 10 questions, right? So from 10 you only have to do 4. Okay, and yes, this is the paper pattern for phase 2. So in phase 2 you have paper 1, which is English descriptive, and for paper 2 you have your objective plus descriptive as well, which is divided and scheme is given in front of you. Now when it comes to the syllabus of paper 2, MSME policy, regulatory, legal framework, finance and management with focus on MSME, MSME financing, NPA recovery, IRAC norms, NBFCs financing, credit risk assessment, and all this stuff is given. So it's technical, it's not journal. Like in RBI Grade B finance, we generally say that that particular finance is journal. You can still do it. But this part, first of all, you need to identify the sources, my friend, and then only you can plan for study. Moving forward, then there are certain requirements which are given for journal and IT stream, which you can read. So this is all about this particular video, my friends. Again, an honest advice if I have to give for all of you, if your major target is RBI, SEBI, IDAI, or even PFRDA, or even IFSA, IFSCA, then do not fill this particular exam, because this is bit technical. And if you see, the phase 1 dates are clashing right now for PFRDA and SIDBI. Okay, so do give a thought about it. If you are very much ready for SIDBI, then definitely go for it. It's a wonderful exam to give. But if your main targets, and if your already targets are decided and you have not started for SIDBI, then stay away from it. Okay, so this is all about it. Do let me know if you have any doubts in the comment box. I will be more than happy to address it. Have a good day ahead. That's it.